Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special Reunion 2020 episode. That's where I bring on a guest that I had on in the past because I wanted to talk to him again. Couldn't get enough of him on the first one. Today I have Adam Urbanik on the line. He's an insurance broker over at ClearPoint Insurance. Adam, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Adam.
All right, so beginning of the year, new decade, 2020. I want to get into goals with you and what you have planned for the year. But before we do that, let's get a little bit more into what you're currently up to. So tell us a little bit more about ClearPoint Insurance.
So we're a boutique firm. We are in Illinois, Naperville, Illinois, which is about 30 minutes out of Chicago. We have a focus, obviously, within the community, but we're trying to grow our business, obviously, within Illinois. Typically, what we do is your typical home and auto, life, commercial business. This year we've kind of upped it a little bit more on the commercial side, but we're kind of Swiss Army knife when it comes to insurance agencies because we're a broker. We're not limited to certain carriers where if I can't write it, I got to let you go, or I can't help you this year, I'll come back next year. I do have a pretty large handful of carriers I go to kind of help our customers. Not everyone's got the best credit. Not everyone's got the best claims record. Some people have huge homes. Some people have rinky-dink homes. So it really depends on what the customer's looking for. But with our book and with what we have in our office, we're able to help out a lot of people that come to us or call us.
Can you, I don't want to assume that everybody listening knows the difference between a broker and maybe somebody that's captive. Could you explain that just for a little bit of an education piece here?
Sure. So I'll pick on farms, a great company, but that's kind of where I came from. So they're captive. Though when I say captive, is they're only writing what's underneath the farmer's umbrella. I do remember they have maybe one or two small brokerages that took on some risk that farmers wouldn't take on. But that's typically what those agents can sell is just those products. And I have a lot of great friends with farmers, so if they ever listen to this, they know I'm just kidding. But now I joined the independent world, so I'm not tied to a certain carrier. I work for my customers. So if I can't find a good rate with a certain carrier, I can move that business around. Our motto in our office is once a customer comes in, we don't want to let you go. We want to make sure we can help you out the best we can. And that's why I chose the independent world, because I'm not limited to just one carrier.
That's awesome. Let's switch it up a bit. I want to get into 2020, new decade, new goals. What were the plans for the year?
You know what? One of the big things that we talked about our office is actually is passing referrals, stronger referrals to our business partners. I've had so many business partners. Being that I'm in the insurance world, I do work with a lot of realtors and mortgage officers that do feed us business, if you will. It's kind of, you can't close on a home without insurance type thing, but we've built some strong relationships with a lot of those individuals that we really need to give back. We need to make sure that we're giving back to our business partners this year. We talk about retention in the insurance world where, you want to keep your customers for as long as you can. It goes twofold. You want to keep your business partners as long as you can as well. So it's just building and keeping those relationships rock solid with a lot of our new business partners picking up this year.
What are some of the things that you can do to be intentful or to be mindful about, building on those relationships and also building on that referral network? Because I know some of the people listening right here maybe not be as advanced in their career. Some of them may be very advanced, but they've just always struggled on that. I find that people in financial services, regardless of what it is, insurance, your advisors, CPAs, all of those, the ones that are really good at giving referrals and maintaining those relationships are really good at getting referrals.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great point. I guess what really works for us is just being in the ears of those people, constantly letting them know, here, I'm here to help you with your customers as well. Obviously, with the new home buying process, that's just using that as an example that we're coming into a new year. I actually just did a seminar yesterday with a team for new homes. But it's being in their ear, letting them know that, hey, I'm here also for you, not only for the customers, because once once that mortgage guy or once that gal let that customer go to the next level, they want to make sure that they're getting taken care of. So it's still building those relationships. I mean, if you got to buy people lunch in the office to say, hey, I'm still here, I'm a great option for you, I mean, kind of how this world runs, within sales, you can talk, but you also have to back it, I know last year, one of the reasons why I mentioned we're working on our referrals partners is we didn't get as many referrals. But one of the things I think we did good in is when they had an event, we were right there to support them financially and say, hey, maybe I can't get you a name, but maybe I can help you with some of the costs on this event and grow the relationship. But there to know that, hey, I'm on your side. I'm not just here for the quick buck.
That's awesome. So, Adam, I will share with you my secret weapon for getting referrals. I don't know if I've heard anybody else doing this, but this is what I used to do, and it worked very well when I was an advisor years ago. So what I would do is when we're in meetings, it's obviously we're 100% focused on the client. If you're doing like an assessment or if you have to be focused on the client and what they're doing and really listen actively to understand what's going on. But I would always pretend, like in my mind, I would visualize that like my closest referral partners were also in the meeting, like in the background just watching. So I'd have my estate attorney, like maybe my main ones, or I'd have my CPA, or I'd have whatever else, so that I knew that those like triggers would go up in my head. I'd be like, oh, okay, I need to bring in XYZ for this one. Okay, I need to bring in XYZ for this one. Because if not, it's pretty easy to just blow through a meeting, help a client out with what the products and services are that you offer, and move on to the next thing without considering the referral partners that are in there. So that's what I would always do. I picture that my closest referral partners were looking over my shoulder like, oh, that one's for me, Adam. That one makes sense. That's a perfect match.
Yeah.
I'll love working with her. And for whatever reason, it just worked. Like it would happen immediately. So if I was to say, oh, you know what, I have the estate planning attorney that'll work for that one. Oh, I got the insurance guy for this. We'll take care of that. Then I write it down, and by the end of the meeting, that one client could have been 4 referrals. Depending, of course, on the client or their situation or their needs. Of course, it had to be a good fit. So it's not saying you're giving them just to give them, but if it is the right estate planning attorney and or insurance person at that time for that client, then the client kind of already knows. They can feel it. They know you're not just pulling. And in my mind, the reason I was able to do it so effectively was because, in my opinion, they were in the meeting with me. They're looking over my shoulder like, okay, Adam, okay, yep, I'll take care of that one. I'll take that off your hands. That we're going to make that an easy transition, and then we go along. So I always was a top, I'll say, referrer in my business, definitely, and no shortage of people that were giving me referrals also at that time. So no, I love it, Adam. I love the goals. I love the thought process. I love most people's goals at this time of the year are on their personal side of things. And when you told me your goal was to how much more you could give, I was like, oh man, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting year for you.
Yeah, and you know what? You're absolutely right. You hit it on the nose when you're sitting down with the customer, making sure that your referral partners' interests are just as in the same line as yours. When I'm talking to someone about insurance and I find out they're renting, I got to say, man, I got a guy for you that can help you purchase this home. I got a guy that can help you find a new home, and you're spending too much money on rent. For me, at the end of the day, I don't know. Being in the financial service industry, I get more giddy giving a referral than getting one. I don't know. It sounds kind of weird, but helping someone out, being that, if I can pass along a name and purchase a home through one of my referral partners, to me, that's just great. That means I'm doing my job as a professional and kind of hitting my goals for helping out my referral partners,
That's awesome. Well, hey, Adam, speaking of, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on ClearPoint Insurance or to connect with you, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you and your team?
You can obviously Google my name, Adam Urbanik, find me there. I'll just make it simple. Give me a call. Telephone number is 630-802-3301. I mean, some of my customers make fun of me because they answer my text messages at 10 o'clock at night. I work all the time because I work for my customers. It's probably the easiest way. You can find all my reviews online. Everyone can do all that type of stuff. But if you really, really want to talk, give me a call.
Awesome. What's that phone number one more time?
Sure. 630-802-3301.
Perfect. Well, hey, Adam, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and what you're doing over ClearPoint Insurance and your 2020 goal. I'm pumped to see how it all turns out. Bring you back on in 2021. See how many referrals you gave. That's awesome. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. hope you got a lot of value out of this, and I hope you are better prepared now to both give and get referrals after our discussion. If this was of value, then don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. Share this with your friends, your families, your coworkers. That's my referral ask from you. Give this episode away. And Adam, thanks again for coming on the show.